Welcome, beautiful people, and thank you so much for joining me, but not just joining me today. There's some of you that have become family. Some of you have become a tribe. Like, I can literally count on you. Every time you watch this on TV, you're calling me, you're sending me messages, you're sending me questions, you're sending me a thank you. And sometimes I'm like, okay, what did I do to deserve this kind of love? What did I do? But again, I'm so glad to be here. I'm so glad that whenever we have these chats, it's not just a chat that is one directional. I'm not just here speaking at you, but you are engaging your mind. You are thinking about your life. You're thinking about your future, and you're thinking about all the amazing things that you can do. All right. And so what you can do for me very quickly is you can share this with another person. Alert them, send them a message, tell them that the show has started. If you're watching this on TV, if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure that you share it with someone, because you can never know whose life you help. You can never know. You could be the bridge between their to their success. So please share this program. Let it be viewed as many by as many people as possible. All right. And for those that have joined the 100 Days of Becoming, my goodness, I don't think I have ever been excited about a program like I'm excited about the 100 Days of Becoming. For me, it has become like a mantra. It has become like something that I daydream. I think about it every day. I think about it every night. And let me tell you, whenever you sign, we count it as your ground zero, or your day one. Okay. And then we count the 100 days. What we do is we have what we call this ignite sessions on Saturday mornings. Yeah. Because we have plenty of time. And then every single night, every single weeknight, that is Monday to Friday, we have check-ins at 10 p.m. Yeah, just to make sure that we actually revamp ourselves, we remind ourselves, because then it can't be the 100 days of becoming if we take a whole week just keeping quiet and then we come back on Saturday and then we are able to, just go ahead. For those of you that are still wondering, this is an online program, fully online program. Now, at the end of the month on a Friday, for those of us that can make it, we will be meeting at Media Plaza. But weekdays, that is Monday to Friday, we meet at 10 to 10:30. We just use 30 minutes check-in. But let me tell you, it is yesterday we had a beautiful, wonderful time. We were talking about the things that are blocking us, because if we are going to run the marathon, if we are going to complete the 100 days, if we have written down the things, the number one session we had was to set intentions. Now, all those sessions are pre-recorded. They are recorded when we are doing them live, yeah, together with the audience on Zoom. And so you can be able to rewatch them, and you can be able to set your intentions, and you can be able to pen down the things that you think you can achieve, okay, the whole scope, and then zero down on the things that you can achieve in the 100 days. And then we start accountability on those things. We draw a roadmap on those things. And so yesterday, the check-in that happened at 10 p.m., we talked about the things that are blocking us, and everyone had to share the things that are blocking them from getting to, to the success that they so much want. And so it's just amazing. If you really want to get to be part of this program, if you want to set your 100 days where you think something can flip, and I am so convinced something is going to change about your life, so sign on. And there's a discount for those of you that are watching this on TV and those that are watching it on YouTube. You're not going to come on with the same amount like everyone else. All right, so just come to the numbers on your screen. Make sure that you write, and if the number is not on your screen, it is a 0757 117 117 0757 117 117. Just WhatsApp becoming, okay, and I will make sure WhatsApp becoming to that number, and I will make sure that I send you the details. You sign on, join the tribe, set your intentions for 100 days, run the race like never before. Let me tell you, so much can change. But while I was thinking about that, today I want to talk about something that is very crucial, something that I have been thinking about whenever we have these chats. And I keep telling you, I don't know, I believed very early in my life that I would be a successful person, that I will make it in life, that I will, as in whatever I set my heart to do, will actually be blessed and it will blossom. Now, and at some point, I never sat down to think what exactly happened in my childhood that got me on this trajectory. Because, I knew very early in life, again, I have shared this so many times, knows that I came from a very poor background. I knew that we were poor. I knew that even the poor called us poor. But, and I usually mention this, that I dreamt in places where it was hopeless places, where I had mega dreams and big dreams. Now, that is very contradictory. You would have thought that as a young girl, the best that I could have thought about is to place a ceiling on myself. The best that I could have thought about is, you know, not finish school. I could have thought about maybe getting pregnant, you know, getting a man, and you know, that is what people around me were thinking. I have said these things. I've shared my story. I said one of my uncles was like, but she's an adult. She looked at my mother suffering with school fees, and you know, I think he put 1 and 2 together, and he felt like the sister was really suffering. But when she told my mother that, you know what, she looks old enough, I think she can get married, so that you don't waste more resources on her. You know, she has siblings, so that she can actually also help you with the siblings. And I remember my mother, my hero, saying that, you know what, not on my watch. She is actually going to finish school, even if she's the only one that I can be able to push through school. I am going to put all my resources on her. She actually, you know, when we say bet on yourself, my mother bet on me, like literally playing Capella, because she didn't know what my life would become, but she took the best bet of her life when she did the bet on me. Now, but I remembered, I sat down and I thought through my childhood and growing up. What exactly happened? What changed? What caused me to believe against belief? What caused me to hope against hope? What caused me to dream against all the situations that were speaking otherwise? Like, what caused me to do that? And it got me to a conclusion that success is automatic. And I will tell you that failure is as well automatic. I know that is going to be, for some it's going to be mind-blowing. For some it's going to be a total confusion. That success is automatic and failure is automatic as well. And I'm going to explain that in a minute. Because God created us with the mind. And the mind is not what when we talk about the mind, we usually point to the head, but the mind exists in every cell of our body. All right. What we point at is the brain. The brain is a function of the body. Now, the mind exists in every cell of our bodies. Now, what the mind is divided into two. Now, we have what we call the normal names that we all know. That is the conscious. That is the surface level, yeah? And then we have the subconscious. And that is the deeper level, the underlying level, the foundational level. And now, if we can randomly give them names and say the conscious mind is the manual mind and the subconscious mind is the automatic mind. By now, you already know what I'm driving at. When I say that success, significance, let's not go into significance, let's just stop at success. Success is automatic. The reason as to why I say success is automatic is because someone sets it. That is why we call it a mindset. That it is a subconscious mind and a conscious mind, but the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, we have the power to set. The power is in our hands. Yes, we can take the wheel, we can sit in our driver's seat and decide to drive our lives and decide to set, our lives, to set our mind. Or we can let the external factors and everything that is around us, the environment, the people that grew us, the places where we grew up from, the schools that we have gone to, the words people have said in our mind, in our hearing, like everything else, because then that is a preset conditioning for our brain. That we were born confident, as in we are an empty chapter when we are born. And then people start writing on the chapter, on the pages of our lives, our parents, our siblings, the people that nurture us, the people that bring us up, the world that is around us, the news that we watch, the social media that we watch. Everything is taking charge and is presetting and preconditioning our minds to a certain mindset. And so, if we do not take charge, however, or if your parents or the people that brought you up were not wise enough to expose you to things that can preset that mind for success, that means you can be an automatic failure. An automatic failure that does not have any self-worth, that does not have any confidence in the world. An automatic failure that thinks, you know what, I cannot make it, I am not enough. When you grow up in a place where you're being pulled down, where you're being shattered, your hopes are being shattered, as in you're being insulted, you're being assaulted, all those things are creating a mind. They are setting the mind. And so, for so many of us, it has already been set, and we have not taken time. The reason as to why people sign up for the courses, for accelerated mentorship, the people that are signing up for the 100 days of growth, the 100 days of becoming, what exactly are we doing? What we are doing is we are reconditioning and reprogramming the mindset to be able to set it for success, instead of to erase everything that was set in the brain, in the mind, that was supposed to be a failure kind of mindset. I can't do it. I think there are better people. I think those people have it better than me. I think I don't have enough. I didn't go to school, or I didn't have enough this, or I didn't have enough that. Like, you have a set of excuses. You have a set of, these words are so easy to come out of your mind, that I am pathetic, like I am poor, I was born poor, I will never amount to anything. Now, that means you are actually sedimenting. The program has already been set. The mind has been set. It has been set negatively. And instead of undoing the negative mindset, instead of undoing the negative attitudes, instead of undoing, you're actually saying, you are reinforcing the bad, the negative, the failure system. And you're saying, I don't think I will ever be anything. I will never be anything. Now, it does not take away the longing and the desire for us to be successful. That means you have the desire to be successful, but your mind is working against you. And guess what? It is the subconscious mind. It is not the cautious mind. Because if it were the cautious mind, you'd have just said, you know what? No, I'm just going to snap out of it and just think this. I'm just going to snap out of this and think about that. No, that is not how it works. It is the subconscious mind where everything is preset. Now, the subconscious mind feels the cautious mind, that the way you think, the way you act, the way you behave, everything else is based on that. And that is why we're talking about reprogramming your subconscious mind to preset it for success. Because success is automatic. For as long as your subconscious mind has been reprogrammed for success. And now, these are tools for you to learn and know that, by the way, not everything is cast in stone. No, not everything. If the Bible says that by the renewal of we can transform our minds. We can transform our minds. The same Bible says in Proverbs 23 that as a man thinketh, so is he. That means as your subconscious is, so are you. You cannot differ from your subconscious. Everything you say, everything you think, everything you are has been preset in the subconscious. You want to change your life? Change your subconscious mind. I know that it is a hard one, by the way. It is a hard, and no one can set it for you. No one can set it for you. But I'm going to give you the tools to be able to set or to reprogram the subconscious mind. Now, what is the subconscious mind? It is the part of your mind that stores the beliefs, it stores the emotions, it stores the memories, the habits, it stores the perceptions. Everything, just like I said, as we go into the world, the memories are created, the perceptions are created, the habits are created. So we are picking up on these tiny weeny things and we are storing them in our subconscious mind, the beliefs. And the belief is, my God, it's the most mind-blowing thing, because if you don't believe, you can get something, chances are you will never get it. If you don't believe you can become someone, chances are you will never become anything. If you don't believe you are worthy that, if you don't believe, as in believing, that means we need to reprogram our mindsets and see, why did we stop believing? Why do we have the negative beliefs? All the negative beliefs, as in you are superstitious. Everything that you do, everything that you see, when you see certain things and when you see certain people, when you move out of your house and meet certain people and you're like, now this day is cursed. That is your subconscious mind. And guess what? Indeed, the day has been cursed. So you're not going to receive money, you're not going to do anything productive because you believe that the day has been. Now, for some of us, do we know that those beliefs exist? Yes, we know that those beliefs exist. Do they come to our minds from time to time? Yes, they come to my mind from time to time. But guess what? I cannot even allow it to dwell in my mind. The moment a wrong belief drops in my mind, I automatically, for me it's automatic, I replace it with a positive belief. And I replace it by speaking. I replace it by thinking. I divert my mind from the negative to the positive. And how do I divert it? By speaking, by praying, by confessing. Yes. And I've seen this so many times. This is my life, day in, day out. I don't believe that even if you have, let me tell you, even if you do whatever kind of wish, you know those people that you say, baloga. It's not because baloga. No. Because if you believe that sorcery can work on you, it is going to work on you. If you don't believe that it can work on you, you believe that there is a power that is higher than sorcery. You believe there is a God that is higher than sorcery, and that he predestined your life for success, that to give you an expected end, that he knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb, before your parts were woven together. As in, what can you tell me that can change my mindset? Because my mind has been set on the word of God. It has been set in prayer. It has been set in, do I have bad memories? Everything that has happened in my life? Yes, just like anyone, good and bad things happen. But guess what? I do not dwell, like naturally. I am not the one that dwells on the negative things. You know those things that you say, but hey, why can't people let go? Why can't people let go? Why can't people let go? Now, I am that kind of person that, yes, if I allow something to dwell in my mind, I will think about it and it will make me sulk, it will make me sick, it will make me feel bad, but I have the power. And anytime I choose to just tweak my mind, all of a sudden I'm a different person. I'm pursuing my purpose, I am happy, I am bubbly, and then you can say, is it the same person? Why? Because I discovered the secret. The power is with me. It is not with anyone else. The power is with me. And I knew this at a very young age. And I think I have my mother to thank for exposing me to God at a very young age, exposing me to the power of prayer at a very young age, exposing me to the power of positive conventions at a very young age, there was a continual and intentional exposure. She didn't know what she was doing. She didn't know that she was building a positive mindset. No, she didn't know. But again, she doesn't know that that is what has carried me for all my life. I was preaching on Mother's Day, and I was saying that I do not applaud myself for who I am. I am standing on the shoulders of women that came before me, and one of those women is my mother. That where she faced it so rough, I have faced an easier path because she dug the foundation and she did certain things. So I will never be able to do those things, so that I will gain ground, so that I will run faster, so that I will be brighter, so that I will be sharper, so that my mindset will be better. Because, I mean, she was not exposed to these things. It's until she decided that, you know what, I need to give my life to God, and she gave it out of suffering, out of sickness, out of getting tired and being exhausted. And she decided that, you know what, I need to hand over my life to God. And when she did that, she knew that, okay, she needed to expose us to this God when we were young. And now that became like a lifestyle for us. Singing in church from the time I was 3 years old or 4 years old, from the time I started to understand, even when things were not fine, as in all I knew was I have to minister in church. I have to, I have to be better than everyone. I have to. Little did she know that she was creating my subconscious, and this subconscious mind will make me become who I am, and will make me become who I have not even become. So that means there is a lot for us to learn. As parents, there is a lot we can do for our children. But even you at this age, if you have not been exposed to the positive, if you have not built, that means now you have the tools to build, that you can reprogram your mind. It doesn't matter whether you are 40, whether you are 50, whether you're 60, whether you're 70, you can reprogram your mind for success. So now, if all the memories, the habits, and the perceptions reside in our subconscious mind, and this is what the subconscious mind does, it drives 95% of your behavior. 95% of your behavior is driven by the subconscious mind, because it is already set inside of you. So even when you are unaware, your conscious mind is speaking from the subconscious mind, and whatever we see of you, when I look, let me tell you, I will know, and I've said this to the people that sign up for my programs, I will know who is going to make it and who is not going to make it from the time. They've both paid the same kind of money. They have the same kind of mentor. They have the same kind of resources. But I know who will make it and who will not make it. And I fight so hard that one of the main topics, not topics, but a whole course on reprogramming, mindset reprogramming, on confidence building, as in whatever you didn't get while you were growing up, then get it while you are with me. So we try as much as possible. But remember, for your mind to be reprogrammed, you have to be able to accept that, yes, I have a negative, a bad mindset, and I need to wipe it clean, because then you need, just like the phone, that you need to reset it. You reset it, and then you start recording. You start taking new videos, new photos, starting storing the numbers, starting to do everything afresh so that it contains what you have now. That's exactly what you have to do. You have to wipe out, to reset your mindset so that you can reprogram it and be able to start recording the new stuff that you want to be able to record. But that means, for those of us that were exposed to a better mindset, and our mindset was set and hooked onto the positive from the onset, that means we have higher chances of making it faster. It doesn't mean that you will not make it. It means that you will have to catch up. You will have to catch up. So that is why I will know who is going to be slow. I will know who will come last. I will know, and I usually tell them, guys, I don't want you to compare yourself to anyone. Do not compare yourself to anyone. That, oh, we signed up for the same course, so we must get the same results. No. Some of you are going to run faster. Why? Because by the time you signed up, you are like, it's this or this. I do not have any other option. I do not have a job to fall back to. I do not have, I have set my mind that this is what I want to earn out of speaking. I want to earn out of coaching. This is what I want to do. Like, they have reset their mindset. Now we are reprogramming it, and we are pre-recording everything that we need to be on that mindset. And all of a sudden, as in the swiftness with which, and then some people, it's even after they've graduated, and like a year after graduation, that's when they come to my inbox. And then they tell me that, coach, you remember the other assignment that you gave us 2 years ago? I have done it right now. And I never ask questions. The best I can do is, wow, this is the way to go. Now, do not look back. If you've gotten to this momentum, that means, that is how I know that the dose of mindset reprogramming has kicked in. Yeah, so now they can remember. So now their eyes are open. So now they want better for themselves. So now they can remember what we went through, and now they can see it is valuable, and now they are executing. Do you know why we fail to execute? Most of the times it's because of our mindset. Yeah. If you believe it's not going to work, you're not going to get the energy to do it. But if I believe that it's going to work, by the way, even if it looks impossible, I'm going to tackle it. And all of a sudden, I will feel like, okay, it's getting harder. But even when it's getting harder, like I believe that there is nothing that I can't do. There is nothing. Literally nothing. Like, and this thing where your parents will tell you, nti, ayogera, techirema ayogera. Like for me, I took it literally in my life while I was growing up. Ayogera, techirema ayogera. Is it a door that has been closed and no one has failed to open it? While all the men are trying and they're bringing all the chisels and they're bringing all the hammers and they're bringing everything and everyone is trying and it has failed, I'm not the kind who will sit down and say, I have failed. My husband knows that. I will never sit down and say, I have failed. No, if you have all failed, you have all failed. But for me, I have not failed. So I will give it another try. And before you know it, while everyone has long given up and they're seated down, I tell them the door has been opened. So, because I believe. Are there things that are above my power and what? Because you can say, yes, I know there are things that are above, maybe. But everything that a human being can do, and everything that any human being has ever done, anything that has been put in the world records of, what is that book called? In the world records, if a human being did it, that means they have already shown me that it is achievable, it's attainable. That means I believe I can do it. Is it to cook for 32 hours? It's only because I'm not in the field of cooking. But I think I can cook non-stop for 100 hours. I can. I love cooking. Give me what? Give me all the, even if it's on sigiris or it's on gas, give me whatever I need to be able to, and I will make sure that I do something out of it. Why? It's my subconscious mind. It is preset to believing bigger. It is preset to having faith. That faith is the evidence of things that are hoped for. Now, for me, I don't need to see them in order to hope that they're going to come. No. I already have the hope inside of me. I know that it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. No, nothing can fail. It's all figure outable. You will figure it out. Where is that coming from? From the subconscious mind. And so for me, success is automatic. Like there's no way you can tell me, you know what? I think, at some point, things will go bad. Go bad how? When things become intense, I become intense. When things become harsh, I also become harsh. Like if I need more resilience, I will garner more resilience. If I need more strength, I will garner more strength. But as in, there is nowhere I will get and I will say I've been depleted and I've worked out all my positive mindset. Now I don't know where to get the mindset from. Why? It is already set. All right? So it drives 95%. And it's like the autopilot system of your life. The autopilot system of your life. And some of you have seen it. And some of you are actually like me. And that makes me happy. I know some of you are looking at me and you're laughing and you're like, whatever she is saying, I click, I understand because that is who I am. If you're a woman out there, as in you are a strong woman, you are a resilient woman, you're one who does not give up, you're one who shows up, you're one who knows that success is not something that will elude you, not anywhere in your life. Like you believe so much that this is the kind of life that you are supposed to live. Now, there are those that become a bit successful and all of a sudden fear grips and they're like, kakati, buli aitamu, bamuloga, buli aitamu nzegezako. You try. Let's see. Go and say your words while you are naked. Spanny, turn around, put your legs up, do everything. You're doing that drama on yourself, because I do not believe, just like the Bible says, that there is no sorcery in Israel. So I believe that is not my portion. It is not my portion. The best that I can do is to denounce it. The best that I can do is to cancel it, to uproot it, to pull down every stronghold, because I know I have power over it. Now, if you know that you have power over it, that is how you can command a demon to not even touch you. And you say, do not touch the anointed of God. And while it was tearing other people down and beating them down and what, it looks at you and it does not tear you. Why? Because the demon did not just hear your words, it had your mind, the subconscious, that this is rooted in you, that you believe it with all your might. Because if you believe it, then it is possible. If you believe your ending is bad, yes, it is going to be bad. And no one can save you from it. No, no one. Not your wife, not your children, nowhere. All right? So it is your subconscious mind that shapes your identity and interprets the world. It shapes your identity. It shapes who you are. It shapes who you are. And your perception of the world, because it interprets the world to you. Now, whenever the world is being interpreted, when people say, oh, economy, 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 your subconscious mind says, things are going to be hard, and they're going to be harder, and they're going to be... Do you know that some of the people that die because of certain sicknesses die because of the subconscious mind? Two people, both with the same kind of cancer, on the same phase or stage of cancer, one can survive and one can die. And all comes back to the mindset. When someone believes that, against belief, that, what, I can beat it. I can beat it. That is why they say, encourage them, speak into their lives. What do they think? If you have a chance, at least you can shift their subconscious mind for them to believe. Yeah. And the other, they give you the same news. You're not bothered. The other one is dying the next minute. Oh my God, the world is shutting down on me. Why? Their subconscious mind. While they give you the same news, and the best that you can do is to order for what to eat, and you go on like life is normal, because you're like, this is not going to deter my life. I'm not going to stop functioning because they've told me this. No, then let me make the best use of my life. Let me put my life to use. You have ignored it because of your subconscious, and now it is not eating at you. And now you have time to go through medication, and now you have time to beat it, and now you have... It's the positive mindset. And now you have that support system, because the other person, yes, they have the support system, but every time they will chase everyone away. I don't want to see anyone. Now everyone is pitying me. Now everyone, no, while the other person, the survivor, will be the kind that is calling on everyone and using their energy as well to boost their own energy, and they will even choose the people to hang around with. They will play games. They will do whatever whenever they're doing either chemo or something like that, they will go with a friend. They will go with a positive book. They will, they will find their purpose. They will practice their purpose. Their mind is distracted from what the main focus would have been, the sickness, and they have focused their minds to doing other things. And whatever they are doing is nourishing their body. While the one that is dying, they shifted all their focus and now they put it onto the sickness. How fast am I going to die? I think I'm going to die tomorrow. I think this doctor is just lying to me. I think everyone is just encouraging me. But this encouragement is not working. And before you know it, they are losing the weight. They are not eating anymore. They are repelling everyone around them. And they are dying. And this person is able to survive and beat it and maybe get rid of the cancer totally. It all comes back to the subconscious mind. All right. So I need you to be able to guard your subconscious mind, because so many things keep wanting to write on it. You know, the things that are happening, especially the people that we believe in, that people that we love, the people that we cherish, they tend to have an upper hand in writing on our destinies or our subconscious mind. So be in charge, be in full charge. Whenever you see something that you do not want to be registered in your subconscious mind, yes, you can vet it. You can sieve what goes to your subconscious mind. My friend, I have a very heavy sieve of what goes to my subconscious mind. Even if it's something that bad and it has happened, I do not let it trickle to the subconscious mind. It will remain in the conscious mind, and then I will forget it, and then I will move on with other things. And that is how you see people. And you're like, I am positive because I chose to be positive. And you can choose to be positive. All right? I just want very quickly to be able to just run through, how to be able to set the subconscious mind. One thing is, it works. What I discovered about me, it is the repetition over time that has created the repetition over time of positiveness, the repetition over time of prayerfulness, the repetition over time of reading God's word and what he says about me. And I take it literally. If I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, totally natural ngamba. Like if I am rich, if I am like, there's nothing else. For me, say whatever you need to say. Your voice will dwindle in the universe. It will be even the tiniest in the universe. But let God say something about me, my friend. I will blow it out of proportion. I will believe it. I will pray in it. I will fast in it. I will. Why? Because I am feeding my subconscious mind on the repetition. On the repetition. All right? So if he says transform, I am definitely going to transform. I'm going to renew my mindset. So it feeds on repetition. And number two for me that has worked so hard for me is the confession. Guys, what you say with your mouth is very, 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 very crucial. And I don't know how, I feel like opening your brain and just putting it in your mind, they sound so simple, but let me tell you, these are the differences between the successful and those that are not successful. That is where the Bible talks about that, on these things, let me just look for it. It must be somewhere where it says that, Philippians, Finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent and praiseworthy, think about such things. Think about such things. Oh, mama, you know I'm going to die. You know people have abandoned me. You know people hate me. You know people don't like me. You know I'm unlovable. I am not enough. You know I am what? I mean, those are things that you're thinking about. It's garbage in, garbage out. Exactly. So now, if you want the issues of living water to flow from you, as in guard your heart, that is what the Bible talks about. Because from it, issues of living water, rivers of living water flow out. So guard it. Guard your mind, that anything negative, whose report will you believe? Some of these things, the songs we sing, but we never actually believe in them. For me, I believe in the words more than even the songs. You will be singing, oh, Smanyi, which report will you believe? For me, in my heart, I'm like, you know what? If God says I am successful, if God says I am, I have made it, if God says, then that is the truth. And there is no other truth. Let everything fade away. And only you. Only you. So for me, I take them very literally. And it says that think about such things, as in let your focus, because the subconscious mind is also created by focus. We said repetitiveness or a repetition of things, okay? If you do it and do it and do it and do it, that is how it will become so subconscious. For example, if you drive the same route every day, for those of you that drive, you will understand that your subconscious will mark the route and you can drive from either work to home without necessarily putting a thought to it. Like your subconscious mind is used. You will not even read the signpost. You will not. And sometimes you will be like, but how did I get here? Like, how did I drive? What did I find? You just don't remember anything along the route, but you knew that you drove from work to home. All right? So the repetition, when you do something over and over and over and over again, that is why in 100 days of becoming, we say, repeat. We have these we have the checklists, and the checklists are daily habit checklists. They are trackers, so you get to mark your water intake, whether you have moved your body, you've exercised your body, whether you have read and or written something, whether you have, as in, because out of the repetition then we are creating a transformed lifestyle. We don't want you to be the same after 100 days like you were before. They usually say that when a habit, you have to do it over and over and over again for it to become a second nature to you, so that you do it with a lot of ease without even thinking about it. But because you've been doing it again and again, then it becomes so easy. Have you seen people that are doing things and it seems like success is so easy? Success is like it's automatic. It's like it was just meant to come to them. Why? Because they've had a series of doing it over and over and over again. All right? So focus, we've said it's one of them. The other thing that we said is the confession. Your mouth, guys, your mouth. Like your mouth is a gold mine if you choose to make it a gold mine. For me, I am conscious about everything. And that is where the intuition, what you call the intuition or the gut feeling, what I usually call, what do I call it? Being able to read into something. Now, if my subconscious serves me something, I don't just let it go. I know there's a reason as to why my subconscious has served me something. So if it's a negative one, I will break it immediately. If it's a positive one, I will dwell more on it. I will think about it. Have you ever got a good thought, or you saw something good on the screen that you really wanted to read, and all of a sudden you don't want to close the screen, you want to leave it there. And sometimes because you're going to do something else, you don't want to close the screen, because if you close it, maybe you will lose it. So you go ahead and do everything that you need to do, even if it's for an hour, so that you can return and find it on the screen. That means you are focused. You really, really, really want to make sure that you get on this. So this verse is really just encouraging believers or people to focus their minds and thoughts on positive and uplifting aspects of life, such as the truth, the goodness, the beauty, rather than dwelling on the negativity. All right? So the subconsciousness learns by repetition. The more you speak success, the more it believes. The more you speak it's possible, the more it believes. All right? And so do you know that your subconscious has to believe you, and the only way to believe you is when you do it over and over and over and over again. So then it believes that, okay, this is the right thing. This is the right thing. If you do it as a one-off, for example, some of us, we're just so sporadic, even when it comes to doing habits of success. So you drink a lot of water today, you get hydrated, and all of a sudden you don't drink tomorrow and you don't drink the other day, or you exercise today, and then you're like, you take another month. No, your subconscious mind has not been trained. If you can do it for 90 days, if you can do it for 100 days, and you exercise every single day, the day you do not exercise, you will feel like there is something wrong. Yeah. So you have fed your subconscious to believe it, that exercise is part of my routine, that eating at this time is part of my routine, that sleeping at this time is part of my routine, that doing this is part of my routine. It has to believe you. And how does it believe you? By you repeating whatever it is that you need to be able to do. Okay? And here we usually say that faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God, and that is in Romans 10. So if you were thinking about repeating certain things and certain cycles in your mind so that you can be able to believe them, your subconscious mind can be able to believe them and take them on as the gospel truth and run with them, you need to start doing that. All right? So hearing builds belief. Hearing builds belief. That is why you should be very careful who has your ears. You should be careful who you follow on social media. You should be careful which church you go to. You should be careful. Like, be very, very careful, because hearing builds belief. That means we can have a negative belief by hearing negativity, and we can have a positive belief by hearing positivity. All right? And then the other thing that you can be able to do is visualization and imagination. Like God gave these things. I've told you, for me, I have hoped in the most hopeless places. Yeah, the most hopeless places, where you believe that, you know what, one day, as in, you've been chased for school fees, you're in your primary you are in a kiosk, you know, those stalls, you know, roadside stalls, and your mother is selling what? Tomatoes, onions, and green peppers, and it is all stinking, and that is where you cook the food. You cook underneath it. That's where you cook the food. That is where you store the things, and so it is always smelling onions. You know, the rotten onions and the rotten, and that is where you are, because they've chased you for school. They've chased you from school, so now you cannot go back to school because you don't have school fees, and now you just get in Luganda, I think we call it kadea. You just put it there and you sleep, because again, sometimes you're even ashamed. You don't want your friends to be passing by and they ask, you didn't go to school. No, so you hide behind the stall, yeah, because of shame. And in that moment, you're thinking that, you know what? One day I will build a house. I will build a house on a hill. I will build a house like what kind of mind thinks about that? You know, one day I am going to, you know, after you're even just, you know, so sad because you're the one that is washing. I'm the firstborn, and firstborn of 6, and I would wash clothes for everyone in the house, like from my father to my mother, to me, to all my siblings, up to the last one. And you know, the last ones, by then, as they're crawling in the dirt, because then we don't have anywhere. You know, we're in a house that is like a store, you know, that even the things, the cupboard is under the bed and stuff like that. And so, you know, so many times I would be there and I would be like, you know what, I'm washing, I am tired, I've been washing since 7 a.m. Being that I am young, I mean, I wash playfully, but it's still, I have to wash and finish all the clothes. And then I have to iron them, because the next day will be a Sunday. So I have to iron for everyone to go to church. So I would wash, I would take like 6 hours or 7 hours washing. But I'm there and I'm thinking, one day I will have a washing machine. I will not be suffering. And you know, after that, I'm cleaning up, because then after washing I have to rush to church, because there is a band practice, yeah, and band practice, I don't have shoes, so I have to go, I have to use sandals. So now I'm there washing my sandals, but while I am washing my sandals to go, and I don't have Vaseline, or I don't have anything to apply, a lotion to apply on myself, but I know that there is a kavera of cooking oil. Sometimes when I speak about these things, I'm like, but God, why did I have to go through all that? But I believe I went through all that for a reason. There is a kavera, you all know this buvera, where they put cooking oil. And so I know that there is one maybe that they threw in the kitchen while someone was cooking. And so I go, I look for that. And by the way, some of you don't know these things. And if there is no kavera for cooking oil, because then you would make sure that you squeeze it properly, so that the little oils that come out, you can be able to at least, you know, put on your legs, and, you know, just put some, so that you can look presentable. And so if there was no cooking oil, hey, ngasabuni alugwamu, you would get that blue bar soap, and, you know, just make lather out of it, and then you smear on your legs, and they will be like this. But my friend, it is not like, because then if you move maybe in the sun or what, you would be dripping or something like that. But I mean, while I'm busy looking for the buveras of cooking oil, and not just from my home, but from even the neighbor's home, because sometimes we would eat boil, because then there is no cooking oil. But my mother has like a small garden of dodo and booger and like all those things, and so she would pick them up, and there is no cooking oil, so she would do boil and posho. We are good to go. And so I would go even to the neighbors to look for buvera, and I'll be like, Mwina kavera kabuto. And just to make sure that, you know, you look presentable. Remember, by then, now I'm a bit of a teenager, maybe 12 years, 13 years. And so I have to go to church, and, you know, you want to be presentable. But while I'm doing all those things, guess what? I'm thinking about a day where I will be on a big platform, where I will be invited to sing, because I used to sing in church. I still sing in church. And then, I'm invited, and the whole podium is lit, and I'm thinking, like, who thinks like that? After looking for a kavera for cooking oil so that you can smear yourself because you don't have lotion. If it is not the subconscious mind that tells you that life will be fine. You will be all right. You will make it one day. And so you go day by day. Why do you think people self-sabotage? Most of the times people self-sabotage because they don't believe that life will be any different. So they place ceilings on their lives. And they're like, you know what? Let me just branch off, get a man, and, just get married and get someone to take care of me, and then I will be fine. And so many people are actually doing that. And one thing I believe is, if your subconscious mind believes that that is your trajectory and that is the last of it, then you will never amount to anything more than that. So I need you to hear me out, and I need you to hear me out well. Visualization and imagination, when you think about something, and because you draw a picture and now you want to work towards it. When you imagine something, God gave us imagination, to see before we can seize. So use your imagination, okay? What you constantly visualize, your subconscious accepts as the truth. I knew, guys, I knew that one day I will be living in a house that is on a 1 acre of land. I knew that, I will have all these, I will not need to wash like I washed. I usually tell my husband that, you know what? Nabikola. So, no, that's not me, but why? Because now I have the means. But where did I think about the means? While I was in primary, in a stall that I had no business. I had never even seen what a washing machine looks like. I had never seen what a dishwasher looks like. But I knew, I visualized that there could be, as in this world where people are really wise, they will come up with a machine that washes utensils, because those were my problems. People will come up with machines that wash clothes. Yeah, but the visualization, everything I have attained in my life, I have visualized. I have visualized. I have confessed. I have repeated. I have imagined. Okay. And now, so what you consistently visualize, your subconscious accepts as the truth. So that is the power of belief and imagination aligned with God. And then let's just go briefly talk about emotional anchoring, okay? Where we link feelings of gratitude, joy, and excitement to a vision. Whenever you're excited and you have anticipation, something is going to work out. Do you know that you end up putting more energy to make it work out? That is the emotional anchoring, okay? And the subconscious stores emotionally charged images more deeply than just words. Whenever you're excited about something, whenever you're excited about a moment, even if it's an event and you're like, this is how it's going to be, oh my God, it's going to be glamorous, oh my God, it's going to be, the subconscious takes it in. And let me tell you, you will do everything in your power. Like, your subconscious will enable you to do everything in your power to materialize that glamour the way you actually saw it. Okay, so how you reprogram your mind is identify and uproot the limiting beliefs. And I think that is the only one that I'm going to give you for today. Identify and uproot the limiting beliefs. Ask, what have I believed that limits me? What have I believed? I need you to do this assignment and dig deeper than you have ever dug. And ask yourself, what have I believed? That you have seen things, you have said things to yourself. You have been your worst enemy. And so things are not working out because these are the same things that you keep speaking to yourself. You keep visualizing bad things. You keep imagining bad things. You keep, what is it that is limiting you? And for those of you that can read Mark 7:13, that says that you nullify the word of God by your tradition. Okay? Amen. What is it? What are the traditions? What are the strongholds? What are those things that you need to pull down? Because strongholds come to finish us. They come to steal. They come to kill. They come to destroy. They don't come to do anything. But God came that we will have life, and life in its abundance. And life in abundance, that is success. That is significance. And that is achievable for every one of us. There are no people that were just marked for success. There are no people that were just marked. And this does not even fall under the category of believers and non-believers. No, there are people that are non-believers but have a very strong, positive, subconscious mind, and they have gone for everything that they can imagine and visualize, and they have made it in life. And there are those that are believers, that they confessed Christ as their personal Lord and Savior, but very negative mindset. That is why you'll be in church and you'll be looking at what everyone is putting on. That is why you'll be in church and your mouth will be itching to just do gossip and talk about other people. And that is why you will be in church and you'll be like, that pastor can speak only because they're living a good life. But for us, I mean, we are doomed. So why did you come to church anyway? So if you're doomed, you are doomed. If you believe you're a failure, you're a failure. If you believe you're not going to pass, you are not going to pass. Let me tell you, belief goes so big that you can bend reality. You can bend reality. You can manifest things. How does manifestation work? It is still by training our subconscious mind to believe. When your subconscious mind believes, it has power, it has energy, it can pull anything to you. You attract success. And like success is a non-negotiable for you. I hope you can be able to look at that. All right. So identify and uproot the limiting beliefs that we can all do. Go and write them down. How do you identify? By denouncing them. How do you identify them? By writing them down and saying never. So now that means now your assignment is to write all the limiting beliefs and then write all the positive beliefs, the beliefs that are leading you to the kind of life that you desire, the kind of life that you think God has for you. When you write them down and you can be able to swap the two and say, you know what, in exchange for this, I am going to think this, I am going to say this, I'm going to do this, then you are replacing. And all of a sudden, you can build the muscle slowly. Before you know it, your subconscious is filled with all the positivity and you can be able to attract the kind of life that you need. All right? So come on in, join us for the 100 days of becoming. Let's reprogram your mind and let's stretch, let's grow, let's become better. We can become the best versions of ourselves. The number is on your screen. Make sure that you send a WhatsApp and we'll give you all the details that you need.